It's week 4 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Bucs, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's week 4, and we've got it should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
So here are the Saints with a long field ahead.
They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
What now?
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Thomas brings it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. They give him a gain of 37.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. From the gun, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Saints had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 16. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rashad White.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 83 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
40 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Now Carr on the bootleg.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for check downs or dump offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Get down.
Now a play fake. Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Watts is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Mayfield down.
But that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Godwin continues to be the receiver every quarterback wants in his offense. Over 100 catches and 1,000 yards last season. Fills that reliable short field role and knows how to get open quickly on any type of route.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They run straight ahead here with White. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's to his running back, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Superdome, just west of the French Quarter in New Orleans.
Currently, the Saints in control of the football as we resume the action in quarter number 2. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Carr again here on 2nd and 10.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that in-line point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw his Carr.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now Mayfield. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Spinning past him. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Carr on the bootleg.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. On the draw, here's White. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
A quality pickup from White, who really earned more time as the Bucs starter the back half of last season. Finished with close to 400 yards in the Bucs' final 8 games. Positioned himself as the leader in the backfield moving forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Mayfield to throw it.
That's taken in by Palmer.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Carr's throw caught by Olave.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Carr now on 1st down.
He lets it go deep for Olave. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. First down, Mayfield.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
After incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete. That's right. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wouldn't let the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Mayfield now. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Working the sideline there. Good route. Good catch.
We're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stays.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Here's first and goal. Vaughn is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So time for Carr and the Saints. Down 7-6, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. On play action, now Carr. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerome Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. Now Carr. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now all the focus shifts over to the Bucs, trailing by a touchdown. Under 1:20 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Mayfield to throw. And it's caught by Palmer. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Mayfield. Finds White. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Mayfield. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. How about
the call to come with the blitz there in this situation.
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Here's Baker.
And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they've converted their first two fourth down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for New Orleans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall back to 500.